If you're holding US dollars right now, you're in trouble. While nobody was looking, Congress went ahead and passed the One Big Beautiful Bill, a game-changing piece of legislation. I just spent the last week of my life reading through all of these documents and pages, and let me tell you, they are trying their best to keep everything under the surface in regards to what's happening with our money. So if you have US dollars sitting in a bank account somewhere, stick around to the end of this video. This bill is going to quietly destroy the value of the dollar over time, but if you are a smart decision maker, there is a silver lining to it. The silver lining is this bill is going to set up a massive upswing for Bitcoin and for cryptocurrency. And here's the good news. It's not too late for you. The impact of this $5 trillion spending spree has not hit the dollar yet, so there's still time if you act fast. By the end of this video, you will learn exactly how smart money is using crypto as a lifeline. Everything you need to learn is right inside this folder here, so let's open this up and break it all down. Welcome to the Coin Zone, where we're uncovering hidden stories about crypto and money. I'm your host, Paul Matt. So what is this big beautiful bill all about, and why should you care about this? This, my friend, is the big beautiful bill. It is 887 pages long. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to hold every single 887 pieces of paper in my hand. And I know that you don't have time to sift through 887 pages worth of information, so you're lucky your good old friend Paul here did it for you. I read this thing, so you don't have to. Here's the deal. This bill signed into law on July 4th, 2025 is a $5 trillion spending package over the next 8 years. It passed the Senate with a nail-biting 51-49 vote, thanks to a tiebreaker from Vice President J.D. Vance. After that, the House squeaked it through barely a 215 to 214 count, and this came after some serious right-wing arm twisting. So what's in this bill? Basically a little bit of everything, to be honest. We have Trump's tax cuts from 2017. We have the Jobs Act made permanent, new deductions for tips, overtime, and even auto loans for American-made cars. This is where some of the big spending comes in. There's infrastructure, military, and border security. All that basically boils down to is a $3.3 to a $5 trillion boost to our national debt. I know all this sounds horrible, but let me make it make sense as to why this is super bullish for anybody that's in crypto. This bill has some direct impacts on Bitcoin and crypto that could really be a game changer. For starters, this puts a leash on the SEC and their capabilities to go after crypto firms for no reason. Plus, there's also some other hidden gems in here that we'll unpack in a little bit. First, let's talk about what this means for your savings account and why the US dollar is going to continue to be on a bumpy ride. Let's be real, guys. Adding a bunch of money to the national debt is not going to make the value of the dollar go up. And also, $5 trillion just doesn't grow on trees. The Congressional Budget Office just said that $3.3 to $5 trillion in debt could be added over the next 10 years. And this is just on top of the already existing $37 trillion of debt we're already in. So basic, simple Austrian economics, just learning about the economy and how money works. When you print that much money, inflation happens. The purchasing power of your dollar decreases when you print more money and put more of it into circulation. That means each individual dollars of yours becomes worth less. Analysts like Nick Puckstrom from Coinbro is already pointing out the US dollar index had its worst start since 1973. That's not a good look. This little guy is losing its swagger. Rising deficits, tariffs on global trade, and pressure on the Federal Reserve to cut rates could push the dollar into something that they call inflationary death spiral. When the dollar weakens, guess what? Assets like gold, stocks, and yes, Bitcoin, my friends, start to look really, really shiny. So how does this set up crypto for a massive win? Let's break it down. When the dollar goes down, assets go up. And Bitcoin is not just your average asset, it's digital gold. The big beautiful bill is quietly setting the stage for a massive crypto bull run, and here's why. First, the macro picture. With the debt spiraling, inflation possibly looming, investors are flocking to hedges against fiat currency devaluation. Bitcoin's fixed supply and decentralized nature gives a big screw you to money printing. And as Brian Armstrong from Coinbase tweeted, if the electorate doesn't hold Congress accountable to reducing the deficit, Bitcoin is going to take over as a reserve currency. And Brian Armstrong is not the only individual making this statement. There's also countless other investors. Some of the best investors of all time are also making similar statements. This bill also has a lot of cryptocurrency friendly goods baked into it, so let's look at what those are now. Number one, DeFi gets a big break. Bill actually goes and repeals the DeFi broker rule, meaning decentralized exchanges, liquidity pools, and self-custody wallets no longer have to file for Form 1099-DA. This lowers compliance headaches for US-based DeFi projects and developers. So more innovation and less IRS knocking. The second thing is mining gets gets a big boost. The bill restores 100% bonus depreciation on equipment. What does that mean? This is huge. That means that crypto companies can now write off all their mining equipment. Whether it's an ASIC miner, a GPU rig, this slashes taxable income and makes mining much more profitable. Another huge win is the small transactions win. The 1099K threshold is back to 20,000 or 200 transactions. So if you're a small merchant or a freelancer accepting Bitcoin or USDC, you're dodging a pile of year-end tax forms. This bill also gives a massive edge for fossil fuel mining. Green energy credits got cut, but fossil fuels incentives are up. Gas flare and diesel-powered mining operations just got cheaper. This bill also basically makes the SEC take a back seat while letting the CFTC take a front seat. What does this mean? This means less regulatory heat on altcoins and more of a focus on derivatives. This could easily help stabilize the entire crypto market. Lastly, Trump is trying to make sure that we have better connectivity across the whole country. Billions in broadband and spectrum build-out funds means better internet connection, especially in rural areas. This is huge for anybody running a node, a validator, or for just using mobile wallets in underserved areas. Now you have more coverage. So here's the bigger picture. This bill, with the massive amount of printing, basically just drives home the digital gold factor that is Bitcoin. Because the more you print, the more assets like Bitcoin go up in value. Historically, debt and inflation fears have been rocket fuel for Bitcoin. So what's the smart money doing right now? Well, they're not waiting. They've been stacking sats. Not only are they just stacking sats, but they're buying Ethereum, getting into utility projects. They're basically betting on the entire crypto space to be a hedge against the dollar, which is funny because that's what I've been doing for 4 years now. And if you've been doing it as well, then you've been right all along. While the talking heads, the Rachel Maddows of the world, the Elizabeth Warrens of the world were out there gaslighting you, you ignored them because you saw the future. And now, the big beautiful bill basically just proves that and drives that home. This isn't some fun theory that crypto nerds are talking to their parents and their friends about anymore. Cryptocurrency and blockchain is becoming the new infrastructure. So the dollar's on shaky grounds, and it for sure will be over the next 10 years plus. So this is your chance to take your financial freedom and put it back in your own hands. Here's everything that you need to do. Start doing research on Bitcoin and solid projects right now. Stay as safe as you can. Use a cold wallet, a self-custody wallet. Avoid scams, avoid leverage, celebrity meme coins. And 3, if you want to keep up with the hidden truths in crypto and money, subscribe to the channel here at The Coin Zone. At The Coin Zone, we're all about helping you get rich in crypto without getting wrecked. So drop your comments below, guys. Let me know what you think of the big, beautiful bill. Once again, my name is Paul Matt. You're watching The Coin Zone powered by Liquid Loans, and I'll see you guys in the next video.